So today we're going to be talking about, once again, Twitter goes after Pewdiepie. For what? Just living life, essentially. Do you know, I'd say Pewdiepie, he's probably won the game of life, let's be honest here. And so Dexerto posted this, just, a video, which I screenshotted here. Pewdiepie is truly on his loving husband and father era. And it's just, a video. It starts off, with his son and his wife, just, living their lives, essentially. But of course, this is Twitter, or the app formerly known as Twitter, I should say. And if you've ever been on Twitter, if you know Twitter, it is a place where people just want to make you mad. It is a place where all the angry people who are just so upset with their lives go to vent. And that is what happened. Right, before we get into this, the two accounts I'm going to talk about, their tweets are public. They're not privated. So, if you're going to tweet shit on a public platform, prepare to get shit back thrown at you. And if you can't deal with it, my advice is to just get off the internet. If you can't handle stuff being said about you publicly, when you've publicly talked about something, get the fuck off the internet. So here we go. The first one, which somehow, because again, like I said, Twitter is a complete cesspool, somehow ratioed the Dexerto article. You ready for this? Living proof that you can be racist to 20% of the world and people still see you as some wholesome Chungus 69. How the fuck did this get 175k likes to 120k likes on the Dexerto post? Like I said, Twitter is a place where people go to be angry at people. Well, in this case, just living their best lives, essentially. And also, this, again, they also, we'll get into the Twitter thread that I really want to dive into. That goes on about the PewDiePie versus T-Series thing that happened, what was that, 2019? It's like 6 fucking years ago. This is what people love to do, because PewDiePie, is living his life now. As he's done a video where he says he just completely despises Twitter, which, completely agree with him. Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous. Do I need to explain why this post is so stupid? PewDiePie's not racist. The trouble with Twitter and in PewDiePie, the term racist has completely lost all meaning on this website now, because it's just it is just the default thing that they go to, especially when it comes to PewDiePie. I don't know if you remember, was it a year or two ago when PewDiePie made a video where he made fun of a woman's nails, and they happened to be black, and they happened to be deaf. And everyone, saying was like, PewDiePie's ableist because he's making fun of a black deaf woman. Is he making fun of a deaf woman and they're black? Yes, he was making fun of a black deaf woman. Was he making fun of her because she was black and she was deaf? No, he was making fun of her long nails. Big fucking difference. But of course, Twitter was a place for the vultures. That's where they obviously jumped to the most extreme radical conclusion. But yeah, do I need to explain why this tweet is such shit? No, not really. Oh, also, the bridge incident. Do you know how much shit he got for that? And he apologized. But, again, PewDiePie, same thing with the when he was making fun of the girl's nails. He said, okay, this is bothering a certain amount of people, I'll take the clip out of video. But Twitter goes, no, you're not supposed to do that, even though that's what I want you to do. Like, what the fuck do you want him to do? What do you want PewDiePie to do? Genuinely ask me that. If you're one of these people who agrees with these insane batshit takes, what exactly do you want PewDiePie to do to make everything better in your eyes? I'll tell you that answer, because you're probably going to come up with some bullshit. Nothing. Because, it's like that little sketch. It's just like that, that guy saying, I want to be mad. And then this guy says, here's a solution. Oh, no, but he burns it. It's like, no, I just want to be mad. I don't want a solution. But let's get into this fucking absolute garbage Twitter thread. Okay, so here we are with a Twitter thread. Apologies, hay fever season, so I've got a bit of a runny nose. But right, as you can see, this account is a public thread. So again, I have the complete, absolute right to shit on this, which I'm going to. So the tweet that I showed previously, this is a quote tweet. This is also much more worse than I remember what the fuck is wrong with him. So as you can see, this is all screenshots from the congratulations and the bitch lasagna diss track, which PewDiePie did basically at the top, of the height of the T-Series beef. Which, come on, T-Series, massive company, they probably don't even give a fuck about this. So let's sort of break this down. Guess to beat one Swedish boy, you need a billion Asians. This is a joke to the fact that when T-Series, you needed a massive corporation to beat just one singular, the most subscribed at the time, person on YouTube. That's the joke. You needed a big entire fucking corporation to beat the biggest YouTuber. It's you, not Corporation Tube, it's YouTube. That's the fucking joke. Is it a little bit edgy? I don't necessarily think so. Is it funny? Yeah. But that's the point. It's a fucking diss track, dudes. Like, seriously. I need a sip of my tea. Don't even think this tea's going to be able to get me through this shit. But, right, here's the next one. About to cause a genocide, so you can call me the Austrian painter. Now, this is, again, another joke. People just can't seem to take jokes anymore, which is why they have to go back 6 fucking years ago to make a big deal out of something. This is a joke to an article, although people still do this now, saying that PewDiePie is like a Nazi or just like a white supremacist or whatever. Well, that's the same thing. Well, that's the exact same fucking thing as Nazism, really. Again, it's a fucking joke to the fact that PewDiePie keeps on getting called a Nazi. Was it the Wall Street Journal that made an article that went on for God knows how many paragraphs about PewDiePie, being a white supremacist and a Nazi and every other fucking name that was popular at that time under the sun? That's the joke. Again, is it edgy? Yes. Is it funny? Yes, because context exists. But again, again, another problem with Twitter, people just post things out of context. But when people show the context, they either, the person who did the original tweet, they either get blocked or they hide the replies. That's happened to me countless times before. When it comes to Hamilton stands, you'd point out the context, they block you or they hide your replies. Because again, you're proving that argument wrong. Twitter, again, another point to my argument, Twitter is a place where people can't handle being wrong. Next page. This one is the funniest, and the original poster does try to explain this, and they do it in a really, really bad way. I'm a blue-eyed white dragon while you're just a dark wizard. Oof. Now, in the song, I did listen to it beforehand. It says, I'm a blue-eyed white dragon while you're just a dark magician. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I wish I had the cards with me, because I do have them somewhere. This is a reference to, I'd argue, the two most iconic cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! With, Exodia there as well. Blue Eyes White Dragon has an attack of 3,000. Dark Magician, 2,500. So, obviously, in terms of attack, Blue Eyes White Dragon wins. That is the joke. That is the context. They will try to explain this. Again, but again, these are the most iconic monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! But we'll get into that when they try to explain that. And then next, your language sounds like it comes from a mumble rap community. I think this is stereotyping or mocking, whatever word you want to use. The language that that Indians use. I can't remember what it is for the life of me. I'm sorry. But yeah, again, it is making a joke about how Indians talk. Now, is it edgy? again, yes, I personally don't have a problem with edgy humour, which is why I don't really have a problem with this diss track. But again, it's a fucking diss track. Was it Drake and the guy who was beefing with? I can't remember the name. Like, the dude made a joke about Drake being a PP. I can't say the name, the word, because otherwise I'll get in trouble with the YouTube gods. But yeah, so now this person does try to defend their points in a very, very shit way. I have some things to say to the dumbasses replying because I can't take you being stupid any longer. I have some things to say because you fucking idiots keep taking things out of context and blowing up things from like 6 years ago and complaining about it then when you probably should have been complaining about it now. So shut the fuck up. Yes, I am aware this was a diss track against T-Series, a mega corporation. However, his disses are mostly relied on the fact that they were Indian and being pretty plus. They don't need to add the plus. Come on, and being pretty obviously racist to Indians across those verses. Now, in his congratulations diss track that he did, he says, "I love all my Indian bros from Bombay to Bangladesh." Sorry, but no. How does it go again? Sorry, India, about the memes. You're the best. I love my Indian bros from Bombay to Bangladesh. What more does he have to do? Seriously, fucking hell, man. To everyone replying that the third screenshot is about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yes, I know that, but can you please think for 5 seconds longer to try and think about why he would choose specifically those 2 cards to represent him and the Indian community he was against? Let me think about that. Maybe it's because they are the 2 most iconic cards in the entire fucking game. Even Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays. You could ask just some random person doesn't know a fucking thing about Yu-Gi-Oh. Was it? I imagine, they'd go on, they'd probably say either Exodia, which is, I'd argue, a little bit even more iconic, but still. Exodia, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician. I can't really think of any, I generally can't think of any other Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Maybe Pot of Greed, which allows you to draw 2 more cards if you didn't know. That is why he probably chose those cards. Because they are owned by, again, probably the most iconic and maybe popular Yu-Gi-Oh characters as well. Yugi and Pharaoh and Seto Kaiba. That is why he picks them. Stop thinking so hard about stuff. You know what Twitter was like, this thread? It's like that South Park episode where the boys write what they think is the most disgusting book in the world. They blame Butters on it when they think they're going to get in trouble, and it becomes like a world famous, and Butters becomes a world famous author because the adults are reading too much into what the boys are saying, and they're just saying, and the boys are just like, no, there's just nothing to it. We just wrote, this book is just to shit on people. Or just, was it Sarah Jessica Parker? There's nothing in it. This is Twitter. They are reading into things too fucking much. It's just insane. 3. For the people trying to defend him based on none of that is racist, please read the absurd amount of bigots replying based to his tweet and listen again to the songs he wrote. I've listened. They're fucking diss tracks. I don't see the problem. Are they edgy? Yes. Do people care about edginess in this day and age? Yeah, probably. But again, I'm just, this is coming from me. I don't fucking care about edginess. I like edgy dark humor. I don't see the fucking problem with it. 4. Yes, this guy dropped the N-word hard art live. The bridge incident. We've talked about this. Stop bringing stuff up from like 5+ years ago just to prove your point. It's such a... You automatically lose an argument when you bring up stuff from like... I don't know... Fucking... You lose an argument when you bring up arguments, either like if it's about a content creator or a live streamer, doing something controversial, they immediately apologise for it, the world moves on. Why can't fucking Twitter do that? But no, apparently apologising and moving on isn't good enough anymore. Like, what the fuck do you want these people to do? Seriously. Going a bit back to point 2, why not just say that he is Exodia? That is undoubtedly the most known Yu-Gi-Oh card, and effect if you get the full Exodia active, you get an instant win match. No, yes, that is how Exodia works. But again, I'd argue, yes, Exodia is iconic, but I don't think that the Exodia fit. It doesn't work in the lyrics of a song. I don't know how that would fit. Obviously, I don't write music, obviously. Again, going back, Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician, probably the most iconic cards in the fucking game. It's just like, if he used like Pikachu and Charizard for Pokemon, they're the most iconic, probably the most iconic Pokemon in the game, in the series, franchise, whatever you want to say, Just like Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader for fucking Star Wars. Like Captain America and Iron Man for Marvel now. It's just, because if he says like, whatever you guys like, Stardust Dragon and Red Dragon Archfiend and the Earthbound Immortals, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Yeah, they're iconic and memorable, but not as memorable as Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's just such a shit point. 5. Yes, I believe people can change. However, don't you think it's weird that he hasn't acknowledged those were some pretty messed up things to say about an entire ethnicity? Also, those videos are still up on his main channel. Maybe they're still up because they're one of the most popular videos on his channel. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. If you believe people can change, why the fuck are you going on about things from 5+ years ago as well? I mean, the fact that this, again, Twitter, again, the problem, again, another problem with Twitter, the most extreme points of view are the ones that get the most likes. You can't fucking sit on the fence anymore. Like, every time I've sit on the fence, especially about Formula 1, it's just like the saying in what Anakin says in Star Wars Episode 3, if you're not with me, then you're my enemy. That is Twitter. Again, it's just fucking insane. Again, I don't get the fucking, like, Gen Z. I don't get that reference, I'm sorry. Why do people keep commenting about bridges as if I was oblivious to the instant when I already pretty clear and knowledge and it was on the 4th point of the comments? Again, he apologised for it and moved on from it and became a better person. What more do you want him to fucking do? At first, I was confused where everyone was coming from, especially after checking /poll yesterday and not finding anything regarding my tweet, but apparently it's from commentary YouTubers. So yeah, of course, now that they're gonna go after fucking the commentary community for calling this shit out, because again, commentary community, which I do consider myself a little bit of a part of, even though I don't do commentary much anymore. Again, we're going to be hailed as like PewDiePie's like white knights, incel Nazi community. No, the commentary community, when we see bullshit, we point it out and we try to hold people accountable. And this is what we're doing. Because no, it just doesn't go just for PewDiePie, although it does seem to go for PewDiePie quite a lot, because he's like, even though I'd say Mr. Beast is now the most popular and poster boy future now, but then he gets shit as well for doing, what was it? He built 100 houses for people who live in poor countries. He got shit for that. Like, what? Again, Twitter is a place where miserable people complain because they can't do anything in real life. So yeah, I need a swig of tea now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my rant and just me shitting on these people who think like this. Again, Twitter is, again, a place where people are angry for the sake of being angry. They want to make other people feel angry because they're angry. And when they see people doing good, or just living their lives happily, because they're not living a happy life, they want people to feel like that way as well. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, feel free to like it. Disliked it if you disliked it, probably because, you know, you agree with these people and you're a fucking idiot. And if you like this video, then you're clearly based, so well done. I'm never saying that word again. And if you like this video, check out some of my other content if you'd like. This is very different to what I usually do, but I do these videos from time to time, especially when it comes to stupid shit like this. So, yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.